My life as Peanut all started like this. So Carly and I were dating for 2 years. We were still living under our parents' roofs. We were just like any other normal couple in our late teens and early 20s. My dad's birthday was coming up and I wanted to buy him a tropical fish because for his saltwater tank. So I ventured out to the local pet store to pick him up one. Once inside, I made my way to the fish section, swinging by the puppy and kitten cages on the left-hand side. I can recall it today. This little tiny brown dog caught my eye, and I thought to myself, Carly would love this little guy. As soon as I left the store, I immediately called Carly and said, hey, I got this crazy idea. I saw the cutest little dog at the pet store that would be the perfect sized pet to transport between our houses because we're always back and forth.
And I remember how excited you were about this little bugger, so I couldn't even wait to meet him. So days later, you took me back to the pet store where I would immediately fall in love with the cutest puppy in the whole wide world. Deciding we wanted this little guy, I called my parents begging, please, please, can Brian please buy this dog for me? And my parents telling me no, we never had any pets growing up, we started to talk about how we could convince Brian's dad.
So thinking that my dad was our last hope, we left the pet store and headed straight to his house on a mission. The next conversation went a little bit like this. Dad, I saw the coolest dog. Would you care if I buy this puppy? And I promise to take full responsibility for it. I'll take it out. I'll feed it, everything. Now, I got to make you guys aware that at this time, I had a 16-year-old golden retriever who was very old, could barely walk, and he basically needed to wear a diaper. So I knew my dad was tired of cleaning up with dog piss, and my chances were very slim. But with all this said, Carly's cute smile won him over, and the following day we were on our way to pick up our new dog.
I was so excited. All my life I wanted a dog, but was never allowed to have one, so you can only imagine how thrilled I was. We walked right into that pet store and headed directly for our new puppy. I remember my smile was so big my face actually hurt. So there we are, ready to purchase our new family member when we see the big letters right next to the price tag, sold. I remember being so upset. I mean, how can this be? We were just here last night. Bri, do you remember going over to the cashier and saying, I'll pay double the price you're even offering. We need this dog. I mean, we already had names picked out for it. I was so upset. So after a few minutes of negotiations with the store manager, he said, I cannot sell you the dog, but wait, I will see if there's another one in the area from the same litter. We were still not happy, but we thought, hey, maybe he has a brother or sister that looks just like him. So after a few calls, the manager said, the little guy has a little brother at another store that is about 30 minutes away. More like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes away.
So excited, we said, can we go see him? Let's go see him right now. And then off we went to the other pet store. When we arrived, we were directed to the little puppy playpen where they brought out the little tiny Peanut. He actually looked identical to his brother, except for he had a black little nose and white little paw. This little guy was full of energy and was super cute.
He was hopping around everywhere.
He was so cute. He fit into the palm of my hand. We knew it was meant to be, and we decided that we were going to buy him. So we're all set to pay in full and take Peanut home with us when the clerk said they weren't allowed by the state to release him until he was actually checked out by their vet.
That's some BS.
So for the next few days, we kept calling and calling to see when we could pick him up, and they kept telling us that he hadn't been seen yet. After 1 week, we were so upset. We thought something has to be wrong. So we went straight to that pet store, and we weren't leaving without our little dog, Peanut. When we asked the manager, he said he was just seen today by the vet and was ready to go to his new home. I mean, how convenient. He was seen that day. So after buying, I think, every accessory in the store, this little guy was ready to come home. I can still picture him sitting on my lap on that drive home. Once we arrived home, we noticed Peanut was much calmer than when we first met him, but we thought, hey, maybe he just needs to get used to his new home. After a day, we actually noticed Peanut had a raspy cough and was not like we recalled when we first played with him at the pet store.
Sounded like he smoked like 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Oh my goodness, it was so sad. We were so worried, so we scheduled a visit with our local vet immediately to get him checked out. Off we went to the vet to see what was going on with our new pup. The vet was a nice lady and said that she wanted to get some x-rays of his chest. So as we sat in the waiting room, waiting to get the results, the doctor finally called us back and we knew something was a little off. She placed his x-rays on the screen and showed us just how cloudy his lungs were. I mean, you couldn't see anything. You couldn't even see his ribs. Cloud. It was awful. She immediately told us that we need to return the dog and get our money back, noting that this little guy didn't even have a fighting chance of making it. In other words, he would be euthanized and he would die. We could not bear to think that this tiny little pup, which we came to love in just a week, had a chance in making it, so we asked if there were any other options.
Everything within 5 minutes of this synopsis started falling apart. Carly was hysterically crying in front of the vet. I tell you, it was so embarrassing. But the only way the vet could console her was by suggesting that we take Peanut to the local animal hospital to see if they could help with the use of an incubator, which is one of the little tiny crate that has oxygen and all different types of blowing in and all types of medicines and things. So we were going to give that a shot. So back in the car again we went. An hour later we arrived at the animal hospital. Peanut gets taken into the back and immediately placed in an oxygen incubator.
And when we got back into the meeting room with the vet, they said Peanut actually had kennel cough that turned into pneumonia because the kennel cough was never treated. My poor baby. So they said they were going to keep him for a few nights to see if he would improve with IVs and oxygen. The poor pup had to have his chest and his legs shaved. It was so sad. I felt so bad.
For the next 3 days, we went to visit our little sick dog. I mean, every single day.
And I remember the doctor telling us that all the techs were joking with her to tell us that he wasn't getting any better because they wanted to keep him since he was so cute.
So, after all this and $3,600 later,
Cha-ching.
Our pup was healthy, and as you know, it was worth every penny.
I even feel like he was meant for us, which is why everything happened the way it did. If we had to do it all over again, we would have not changed a thing. He is the coolest and cutest pup around.
And that's my life as Peanut. Woof woof. Well, guys, yeah, I know, my life's that interesting. Pretty cool. I'm sorry, I know my parents can't draw too well, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up. Check out the links in the description. Yeah, the links in the description. You gotta check them out. You got to. You gotta do it. Go give our Facebook a big like. Let us know what you guys think about Draw My Life Peanut Edition. And you know the rest. I'm singing to you right now. How's my voice? I should have just sung the Draw My Life. It's gonna be Sing My Life. Anyway, we'll see you guys right here next time at OurCrib. Thanks for watching, guys.
Dude, you are really horny. That's my little girl eating soft pretzels. Right, Elle?
Look at this one, Al. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so cute.
That little guy thinks he's going to jump to that other piece of metal. He doesn't realize that there's a little piece of glass in between them.